Warning. What you are about to see and hear is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are our opinions and do not reflect the views of BTW21 or its staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel and Chad.
God is looking for something real. People are looking for someone real. Just be real. We're your hosts, Daniel Lewis, Brother Chad Hudson.
Hello.
We got host number 3, man. Here we are.
Host?
Yeah, hosts.
Oh, just us.
Just us.
Okay.
Just us.
I guess that's going to have to work.
Yeah, it'll work. We actually, this is delayed. It's a little bit, we should have done one before because we had host number 2. That was our second show was host. And then we had host number 12. And you said we were to do that like every 12 shows and just kind of show us and kind of just bring the people back to be real and who we are. Because we're always here.
Yeah, but I say some foolish things sometimes.
No,
I don't know if
I
that's
do. Not you.
But what we have here today is a failure to communicate. No, I'm just joking.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
So we had a guest that canceled.
Yeah,
That's what we got.
he's busy. He's a busy boy.
Mr. Radford.
Radford. Oh yeah, it is Miss Radford.
No, he's not. Well, we're not going to call him out. He ditched us.
Mr. Radford ditches. Yeah.
Look, I'm blue. Oh, so are you. We got 2 blue cameras and an orange.
I'm blue, brother.
No, go back to me. I'm blue.
You are blue.
Yeah. I got the blue camera today. Blue. You're blue too. Okay. We used to just have one blue camera. Now we have 2 blue cameras. I like it.
Thank you, Chad Hall, for the blue cameras.
Right. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. But here we are. We are episode 31. We're your host. I know. Sorry to disappoint all the ones that's looking for somebody to come out.
Guest. Special star.
Special star. We're far from special, but we, this is our podcast. We love y'all. This is why we started it.
Let's talk about this real quick. Hey, real water. You could pick up your real water at BTW21.
See Luis Romero.
Right. He'll get you some real water.
Unfortunately, this is like $4 a bottle.
It's okay.
We get nothing off of it.
$4?
I think so.
Well, he's going to have to take that back.
It might be free. I don't know. Is it free?
I like that he did that. That's cool.
Yeah, he's done this the last couple of weeks. I really enjoyed coming in here, having everything set up. Thank you, Shania, the producer. And then, of course, Luis Romero, he's got us the real water. Real water. What? How you get it?
We're going to get that on the market. You're going
Show
left.
Chad
you got to
there
go left to go right to go left.
Go left to go right.
Yeah,
Okay, there we go.
see? Boom.
Yeah, real water. Look at that.
Thank you, Luis.
Yeah, thank you, Louise. Shout out to Romero.
He's a busy man. Talking about busy man.
Very busy.
He's all over the place.
We got to get him out here. If y'all have not seen episode 3, he was our third guest, and you get to know a lot about him in that show.
He is.
1 hour.
He
One
is,
hour show.
Right. He is BTW21.
He is.
I mean, he is it. That's
Yeah.
him. It's his place.
Right. It is. He's,
So I've been
he's dedicated.
I've been kissing the ass of the wrong person.
Damn it. I don't kiss ass nobody.
Me neither. That was a joke for the TV. I don't kiss ass.
I don't kiss ass for nobody.
Well, I do kiss ass. No, shh.
Maybe my wife.
Wait a minute.
A little bit.
Like I'll do the dishes, right? Is that what you mean? Mm-mm. No. Okay.
Sometimes she's really, I do. If anybody's butt needs kissing, it's my wife.
No, it's my wife. Well, it's a different opinion. You believe
it's
it's your wife.
individual.
I believe it's my wife, and
it's individual.
that's just how it is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's great to have individual opinions.
Absolutely.
So here we are.
What are we going to talk about?
We got a lot of pictures. I have sent Miss Shania some pictures of our explorations.
Oh, so we had a guest. We're going to talk about some things, and now we're just in a rush to put on a show.
Pretty much.
So we threw a bunch of pictures out there, and we're going to talk about them.
Yeah. Try to entertain the people that are dedicated to listen to us every Thursday. I can't say that enough. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I cannot say that enough. Thank you so much.
We cannot say that enough.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We cannot say that enough. If you're watching us on Thursdays, and I know it's hard, you got like a schedule going on, dude. We got people. We have soccer practices. We have all that. You're more involved than I am because you got
kids.
5 kids.
I got
right?
5.
You got 7 kids, but you got 5 that are very active in sports.
The 2 are older. They're moved on, doing their own.
They got their own kids.
Have their own life. Have their own kids. I'm a grandpa.
Right, grandpa.
Of little Ollie. Little Ollie was just born here not too long ago.
When?
That's my first grandson. You're going to call me out on a date. Now, if you think that I could remember 7 kids' birthdays and then 2 grandkids' birthdays,
I'm not trying to call you out. I didn't even know.
Yeah, just last month.
Really?
I am a grandpa of a boy.
Well, this
is my first boy. Ollie.
It ain't necessarily the
Oliver.
date. It ain't necessarily the date as much as it is that I didn't. It went so fast.
It just happened.
Because you was like, they're pregnant again.
They're pregnant again.
They're
going
going
to have a baby.
A girl, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen the excitement in you because you already had the girl.
I already had the grandchild, the grand girl.
Yeah.
And now I have a grandson. And,
wow.
Man, it's hard.
I'm
not there.
Yeah.
I have the 5 smaller kids at the house. I have the few businesses that we run.
And their ages?
Their ages, 10, 9.
You've named it before, but
10, 9, 6, 4, and 2.
Right.
That
sounds accurate to me.
I don't know what it is, but it keeps you busy. It sure does. You go to work first thing in the morning. I like to be the first one there.
You are
a little pride thing.
I pass by and I'm like,
I like to be the first one there. And
7:45.
Usually
7:30 early.
Right. Usually the last one to leave. Here lately, I've been counting on the great employees that we have. To close up shop.
Awesome.
That's given me a little bit of break because that's what I miss the most. Someone's coming in the door.
That's something about Boyce Holland that we didn't mention during Cody Stevens' show that I wanted to mention. If you didn't get to see Cody Stevens on the show,
go back and check it out.
Go back and check it out. There's a lot of Boyce Holland behind the scenes that you would get.
Right.
But one of the things that I didn't get to say that I wanted to bring up was I've been there since 2008, February of 2008.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. I'm still grateful to be there whenever I'm there 24/7. If I'm needed, I'm there.
I know you are.
But since that time, there has been a cycle of people that's come through. There's only been a few that's been straight through those whole years. You have kept those people that's had these years of experience, and also even before when Locke passed away in 2020, you had that crew, and so there's a steady crew. And I understand how that is. When we're living in a local community, Patrick County, Henry County, Martinsville, you go to the store, there's somebody different every time. But when you go to Boyce Holland Veterinary Services, and there's some other businesses like this too, there's that same person. And so you kind of get that relationship with them.
Well,
you can go in there with Leanne.
Right.
I mean, I love that. Aaron's there. I mean, I don't want to start naming names, but you see these same people, and it's like, I feel comfortable. There's a comfortable feeling. Even as you grow older, there's a comfortable feeling of knowing that there's this same person that you can rely on. Because not everybody's going to like Chad Hudson.
They don't like me at all.
Not everybody's going to like Tremaine Hilton.
Right.
Not everybody's going to like Aaron Colson. But there's somebody that's going to relate to that person. And so you can message them. You can go in. You can go, hey, is Aaron working today? Hey, is Maine working today? You got 4 great vets at Boyce Holland Veterinary Services. But I go in and I'm like, is Chad here?
Well, they're the same people. And I will say this, and I'm not going to discredit.
And nothing against anybody.
I'm not going to discredit them, but I do fight for the employees. Mm-hmm. Meaning, there's a lot of...
Bro, you do.
There's a lot of employees, employers that I have worked for and that I've been around, that their employee will come up to them and say, you know what, I'm on my way out. I'm getting bored. I'm not making enough money. It's not fulfilling my life, and I will fight for that. Yeah. I will actually try to convince you otherwise.
Now look,
this might be a better option. Maybe offer them, don't tell them that, but maybe offer them more money. Maybe offer them more time off so they could spend with their family.
Because you get burnt out, man.
The people that get burnt out were working.
Yes.
They were working.
Amen.
And they might just need some encouragement.
Right.
Maybe it's not money. Maybe it's not time off. Maybe it's just to hear their boss say, hey, we got this together.
Right.
And that does keep the employees there
at
Boys Holland.
It does.
So,
and you've done a great job over the last 3 years. I mean, it's the same crew. I mean, I can actually not change the picture on Facebook because it's the same people.
Right. Well, I think the 3 years since Locke has passed, but it was
even before that.
Because
it
was my job.
Right,
to
great
keep
crew.
Keep a crew there.
Right.
Locke wanted to come in and already know that someone was going to write the records. Someone was going to, answer the phone. Someone was going to hold the animals. Someone was going to pick up the
who to yell at.
And who
Daniel!
to yell at. Right. And I think...
Wait, this printer working?
I think he set it up to run without him.
Yeah, right. Ain't that weird?
And we
didn't even know.
And we did.
Didn't even know.
And I miss him every day. But,
Right.
we talked about, so go back and check out that show. What were we talking about to bring that in? But anyhow, so we're here by ourselves with no guest.
Yeah, and it's us.
And we could do that.
We needed another show, though. Right. I mean, I think the hosts need a show just to kind of...
I just don't know.
Because it's been since show number 12 since we've had one.
We'll have enough to talk about for a whole hour?
Oh, yeah. Dude,
our
life, just on you. I can just sit over here and just...
No, let's not talk about
I'll just turn my phone.
No.
Phone. I'll turn my microphone off. It is a phone.
So what are we going to talk about today?
We got some pictures. I sent her some pictures up here, and kind of surprising to you.
Oh,
you didn't know what I sent her. Yes. No. Okay. Look. Before we even get started on this,
well, she already has.
You can leave it. You can leave it up there. Thank you.
We'd like to promote that business. We like
most definitely. This is a new business. I don't even know. It's a
winery.
It's west of Madison, North Carolina. It's down kind of in our section.
Right.
If you go across the border in West Virginia, across the border in Virginia into North Carolina, boom, there you got this new place. It's called Dragon Glass. We go different places on our motorcycle. Look at that. Now it's not only a wedding area, but they have a bar. They have open mic every Thursday. Open mic.
They have drums. Get down there.
There's the dragon.
The puking dragon. The dragon.
The dragon.
The dragon's right there in front of the main entrance.
There he is.
So if anything happens, anyone could see. Right. Now you could rent this venue here.
Yeah. Rent it for
have a wedding.
Yeah. Or you can just go and enjoy it.
A family reunion.
Yeah. They got a little pond on the other side. I don't think I got a picture of the pond.
Or you could just take your missus out for a night stay.
Yes.
They have the wine samples. Daniel and I
that's
tasted
coming up.
The wine. Is it coming up?
I'm not a wine drinker, man.
This is the first time I've ever drank wine.
Really?
Yeah. I think I've drank wine in a box back in the 90s.
They had wine in a box?
Yeah, they had wine in a box. Anyone that watches this show will tell you they had wine in a box. You stuck it in the refrigerator, had a little spout on it.
The only wine I've ever drunk.
Cheapest stuff you could ever buy.
The only wine I've ever drunk is Boone's Meal.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's wine. I think it's like beer flavored wine. There we go.
The sampler.
The sampler.
Now that goes dry to wet. Sweet.
Yeah.
What do they call? Was it sweet or wet? What?
I mean, I don't know. You might be right. I have no idea about wine, but look at that.
And we tried a sip of each one.
Yeah. And I love the mid grade.
The mid grade where it's not
89 going on.
Right, where it's not too sweet, but it's not too
but
tart.
It's not too sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Not too sweet, not too dry. Now, they call it dry.
What did we like? We liked the Somewhere Tonight.
Somewhere Tonight. Yeah, you probably could see that if you're on the YouTube or
I can't see it from here. I don't know if I'm just getting old or
Somewhere Tonight is somewhere on that board. And I believe it's the middle one.
We ended up buying bottles of that.
Yeah.
For
bottles.
Yes. Or for
people.
Gifts. She was a nice young lady. She's always there. She's going to college. She's working there. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, they got a bar there.
But they got a bar, and
she's willing to help. They got Wi-Fi.
No.
Beautiful place. If you love the smell of wood, oh
Look
my
at that.
gosh, it's
Look
like
at it.
being inside of a cabin. And our buddy was down there playing the bass. Oh my gosh! Of course, I throw his name out. Bryant Red.
Yep. Bryant Red was
ultimate bass player.
his wife let him out, gave him a little curfew. He could go out.
But they had singers. They had people on the side that were
On the
playing.
drums,
Oh, yeah, the
guitars.
drums. Right there is where they were sitting.
Right.
I mean, just whatever you like to jam to. You can come down on a Thursday night and wait, or just get right up there in with them.
Right. There were several people playing, and then there were several people waiting when we showed up, and they were just biding their time.
Yeah,
They
just
were
enjoying it.
Just enjoying it,
Have
listening
you a little
to
glass
music.
of wine.
They
Have
had
you a beer.
the guitars on their lap, and they're kind of playing along and just waiting their time. And they
Some
got
cheese.
Up there. So that's what I was going to say. They didn't have a grill.
No food.
They didn't have any fry food, but they had a platter that you could get.
Cheese.
And they had cheese and some
Crackers.
some
Grapes.
grapes, and a little sweet. It was good. That's all you need when you're drinking. I mean, when you're listening to
Having a
music.
good time.
Right. You don't need to eat a whole bunch of
Right.
stuff. Hey, Blue Chad. How
Blue
are you?
Chad. What else we got going on?
We got more
I think
stuff?
we're stepping into the next one. Portia and I, she's like, what do y'all want?
What do you want to talk about?
What are you doing?
Look at
Okay, here we go. This is
The
another
Pig Pounder.
motorcycle adventure. The Pig Pounder in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I know we're promoting a lot of businesses here. There's probably a bunch more that we could promote in our area.
But you know what's great?
But we go on adventures.
We're promoting them.
Yeah. They don't even know it.
They don't know it. We're not getting a dime off of it.
Not a dime.
We're not out here.
Just
trying-
want you to know our experiences over the last
that
several
these
months.
places are out here. You
Yeah.
don't have to sit at home and watch TV. You could go out there and make your own show.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's gotten expensive, but you really don't have to spend a lot. Eat before you go. I mean, of course, most of these businesses don't want me saying that, and I don't care because they're not paying me. Right. Just go out there and have you a good time. They got Jenga. They got, just an atmosphere.
Look at
There
that.
it is. Hey.
I won that game, by the way.
Did
I?
you?
Did I not?
I think you did.
I did.
I'm
I
actually
am
pretty sure you did, but I don't want to
100%.
remember that.
I'm 100%.
It fell on me. That was a
won
bad
that game with
situation.
Jenga.
Just look at
Look
that.
at
Ain't that crazy?
relaxation, just
yeah, you
chill.
sit. And that is a very busy street. It's right off Battleground. From what I remember, it might not be off Battleground. I think it's off Battleground.
Was Battleground behind it?
Yeah, Battleground's behind it. Very, very, very trafficky street. Trafficky.
People walking, people everywhere.
People walking and all kinds of stuff.
Is trafficky a word?
Trafficky. I don't think it is.
I think you invented it.
I think I invented trafficky. If I did, we got it going on now.
But look at it.
There's the bar. There was hardly anybody there. We stopped by on an early Saturday. We were actually going, and I didn't send these pictures, but we're going to a haunted bridge in Jamesville, North
that was
Carolina,
great.
which is not far from High Point. Yeah,
That was great.
I can't remember the lady, but in 1925, she apparently got killed there, and she haunts this bridge. Apparently,
Now
we never
That bridge isn't for automobile. That bridge is actually for a train.
Yeah, train bridge. But she got killed in that curve. She was a very young girl, and so some people still say that they'll drive through there, and then she asked for a ride. So it's pretty interesting. I can't remember her name. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's at least what they're telling their wives.
Yeah. This is in North Carolina.
No, there was a ghost,
This
baby.
is North Carolina, so Leah? Lydia.
Yes.
Lydia.
Yes, thank you,
Oh,
Shania. Absolutely.
Lydia, yes. Lydia, in around 1925, Lydia got killed, and I hate that. I mean, that's actually a true story. But then some people say that they still... So we were on our way to go to this bridge. I mean, it's just interesting little tourist attractions. And then this is a tourist attraction to me. And this is, of course, Donald Trump and a pig. And if they had the 3D glasses.
Right.
So you look through your 3D glasses, you can see the pig in the blue, you can see Donald Trump in the red. I thought that was pretty neat. And that's a painting. That's not a printed out any kind of thing. Thought that was pretty cool.
Somebody's artwork.
Right. Somebody's artwork's pretty cool. Some other various artwork throughout the venue there. We were so blessed that when we got there, they only had like a few people. We were early.
Right.
You know, when you walk up into a place and it's 11 o'clock and you say, hey, can I get a beer?
They look at you funny.
They look at you funny.
No, we're just here for the pictures.
We're just here for the pictures.
Right.
I have no idea what that is. And she runs off. So we're not going to be able to switch pictures.
That's okay. We'll talk about this. Now, this reminds me a lot when I grew up of
Mad Magazine.
Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
So that's just...
And the name of it in Greensboro is Pig Pounder.
It is pig.
So everything's kind of like got like a pig thing with it. So if you're looking at the Donald Trump picture that we just had on there, it's got the pig on there. So a lot of people are like, well, Donald Trump and a pig. Were you calling Donald Trump a pig? No, that's the name of the Pig Pounder Brewery.
Right.
Is the name of
because if they had Biden's face, it would be the pig's ass.
Right.
And
with the little tail that comes up.
tail.
He actually looks like a pig's ass, don't he?
I don't know. He thinks like one.
He does.
But so there's some more artwork. Man, just the artwork in this place. They had a guitarist.
It's amazing.
Do we have any pictures of the guitarist that was there? She was playing some Stevie Nicks. Do you remember her?
I got some video with that, but
great.
Yeah.
That was great. So this whole place, they have draft beers, I don't know, by the hundreds, all those different flavors and, all that. But they had live music.
Live music just about all the time.
They had a big
This was a
outdoors.
Saturday.
Look at that.
Yeah,
That's on
Marilyn
the wall.
Monroe.
On the wall. Now
Beautiful.
Now that's huge.
That,
when
that
you
is
look at the
freaking
picture,
huge.
right? When you look at the picture, you're like, oh, that's a nice picture. But that's the whole. If you
whole
look,
wall.
if you look to the left of the screen,
Yeah.
that is a
You
garage,
can see the garage door.
That is a garage door.
Goes all the
So
way
that
up.
goes all the way up, 10 foot, 12. That's
what I
a
was gonna
huge
say.
painting.
Yeah. Easily 12, 15 foot.
Look at that.
Eminem. Yeah.
Just fascinating. Look, oh,
Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy. And
This is an inside cargo unit.
right, Pig Pounder booth.
Pig Pounder booth. It's
Yeah.
actually a half a
Freezer.
cargo
unit. Yeah.
Yeah, you see the cargo units going down the road. Of course, Norfolk's just
But
full
you
of.
could bring your missus in there, have a nice few drinks.
I
and
love
maybe a
that
little
table.
snack.
I love the table. It's
Right.
got the metal bottom with the wood. I mean,
Real
that's a solid
piece of tree
chunk.
stump.
Right.
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 Yeah, that's great.
Just a very clean and peaceful place.
Right.
Go have you a good time. Yeah. I was going to put some doggos in there.
Did we get some doggos in there?
I think I got one picture.
Man,
It says
that's-
doggos.
That's right down the road.
Yeah,
from this.
we were sitting there and somebody was telling us, I think it might have been the bartender was telling us, y'all need to go up here to Doggos. And I seen Chad's eyes light up like, what are you talking about Doggos?
Right. I was like,
And
what?
it is a do we have the Doggos? I think we got just one thing that says Doggos. I don't know, maybe I didn't send it to you. It's Dog Bar.
I want to get them on the show. We're
Yeah,
trying
we got to
reach
get
out
them
to
up here
and just do a
That
whole
is
show.
a very unique. You don't see
Business.
that. There's nowhere anywhere around here. I didn't even know it existed.
That was great.
What it is you can bring your dog out. They got a fenced-in area. They have people to watch the dogs, and you can get you a drink
Listen
and
to
something to
music.
eat. Listen to they got music playing.
Sunbathe. There's people
yeah.
out there.
and your dog
sunning
runs around on turf.
with
And
other
they got,
dogs.
Yeah, they got a pool of balls. They got just dogs out the wazoo of just, they can, I mean, I never seen so much butt sniffing.
But this place, it was, you could have a drink. And now it wasn't a bar where they're smoking and drinking.
Right,
And
yeah.
these are all animals that had their vaccines.
this bar.
Right, no, it wasn't like
No.
that. These animals had, they had to have a background check. They had to have their border teller, their
Yes.
distemper parvo. They had to have their rabies. They had to be up to date on all their vaccines.
And so did the humans.
And so did the humans.
I mean,
they
you got
asked,
to have an ID. And
Right.
Just, I mean,
and what's your purpose here? Why are so
Yeah.
there was some kind of
Vetting.
security.
They vet you.
Right. And you get in there and you could order you a Bloody Mary, you could order you whatever drink you want and go out back and let your dog just play amongst other dogs.
and what I loved about it is we didn't have our dogs with us. We both have furry friends.
Oh, absolutely.
But the thing of it is, you own a veterinary service. I have 3 furry friends at the house, and you have furry friends also, but you own a veterinary service. So we're sitting there, and you have this common thing with other people that are sitting there with their furry friends. We talk to everybody.
Right. Because everybody,
especially once they start knowing you was a veterinarian, they were all like, yeah, that's why I don't like telling really anybody. It's like, my dog's got this something on his foot. And I'm like, okay, we're sitting here trying to have a good time. I understand that. I love you to death. He's wanting to help you. But, we're just here to enjoy the dogs, watch them run around.
But that's when you enjoy company, is when you have something in common. So you had these beautiful dogs running around. You have something to talk about. Next thing you know, you're best friends with somebody you never talked to before.
Yes.
So you're just having a great time. We don't have any pictures of what we're talking about, so let's just move on.
I apologize for that.
we'll have them out.
We have plenty of video, but we have no. We'll get that on out. We'll get that on YouTube.
Hopefully, we'll reach out to the owner and get them out.
Yes,
here that
we got to get them up here, like you said. That's very unique business.
Martinsville needs something like that.
They do.
So maybe
Patrick County needs something like that.
Absolutely. So maybe they could just expand a little.
Yeah. Or somebody else could do something.
I got enough on my plate, brother.
You do. You got a lot.
Get it. You got it. Do it. I'm full.
But anyway, they people love their animals. And I never seen a fight. They got down there and they were just playing with each other. That's just one of them things that I love to do. Grandpa, I always wondered, when I was younger, he would go people watch. Mm-hmm. They built the Walmart down here in Martinsville, and he was like, where you been down today, Grandpa? Been down there to Walmart. What you doing? What'd you get? Nothing. I was just sitting there watching people come in and out. I can understand, because you see all kinds of variety of people. So you go to Doggo's down there in Greensboro. It's not that far of a drive. I mean, it's a little bit of ways.
We didn't have a dog.
There's no dogs.
But we were sitting there amongst all these people with dogs and just felt at home.
Yes.
It was a good time.
Them dogs was having a better time than any person in that whole place.
Except I was having a good time.
Well, I was having a great time too, but I've seen some of them that were just having a great time. I love the dogs. So anyway, would have been better was to bring your cat. I don't have a cat, but
just
if
throw
I had
a cat
one,
in the mix.
throw a cat down and see what happens. I mean, kind of crossed my mind. I was like, oh God, no. That probably wouldn't have been a good situation.
Maybe that's what we need, catos.
Just
they got
catos.
doggos and catos.
All right, well, we've surpassed our time, so we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back with you.
Wait, no, I'm not even going to say it. I say it every episode, so I'm not saying it now.
Say it, bro.
You got the warning?
Got the warning.
Wow.
Got the warning.
All right.
But we love you. This is just
was my eyes closed? Was I sleeping? What the?
It goes by quick. It goes by quick.
I understand that it goes by quick, but when do you get the finger? Is there a special button? Can I get a finger?
Oh, no. All right. We are your hosts. This is number 3, episode 31. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoy. We enjoy y'all. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Thank you. And we're back. Thank you for joining us, putting up with us. I think that's pretty much what it is. You can check it out down below, berealtable@gmail.com. If you'd like to be on the show, we ain't going to charge you nothing. We'd love for you to come out here and speak. We're looking for unique people in our area, Martinsville, Henry County, Patrick County. We're not here just to support businesses. I mean, businesses need support. They really do. They got the Chamber of Commerce. They got, all these avenues, but some people just don't have that avenue. Well, you got that avenue with us. Be Real, the podcast. We'd love to speak with you. If you got something on your mind, trivial or not, we're not looking for political, but if that's what's on your mind, we're not looking for trivial, but if that's what's on your mind, we'd love to have you out here. So come on out. Join us on BTW21. Contact us first, and we'll set you up with the date. We're booked on out through October now, and I'm so grateful for that. We got a lot of good people. We got a lot of good guests coming up, ones that can make it.
That pisses me off.
Ones that can make it. We usually try to do 2 months in advance. That way it gives people opportunity to go ahead and set it in their schedule. No things change. And so stuff happens. So boom, da boom, here we are. And I'm actually kind of grateful that it worked out to this.
guest list in Virginia.
Because my favorite guest, my favorite person on the podcast, is that mug right there.
Chuck McCall come out.
I was pointing.
It's Chuck McCall come out. I don't know what's happening.
Looked like I was pointing at the American flag, which is true.
I thought old Chuck was coming out.
Never met a more patriotic.
So we're here without a guest
Person than
We're
Chad
just
Hudson.
cleaning some things up here a little bit.
Yeah.
Doing some things.
Yeah, just rocking and rolling. We got some more pictures to show with you. Kind of want to dedicate this second half to Woody's campground. Wild Woody's campground in Laurel Springs, North Carolina.
Best place ever, for real.
Beautiful. If you love it, 15 degrees than what it is right now. If you love it with no humidity. If you love it.
Cool breeze.
Cool breeze. If you just like having a good time, relaxing.
Look at that.
Very cheap compared to today's standards. We actually want to do a show on this because we have actual video, but we brought out the pictures today. It's kind of a last minute thing. We have traveled up there. This is our 5th year of going to Wild Woody's. How we found
Sometimes
this.
twice a year.
Yeah.
3 times a year at one point.
This is our 5th year. How we found this was we were researching the Blue Ridge Parkway. God, it's 469 miles. Going to start out in the Afton Mountains right off of 64.
And run the whole thing.
But you got to take some breaks because it's only 45 miles an hour. And I was like, you know what? It's 2.5 hours up to Afton Mountains. Then it's 2.5 hours at 45 miles an hour down to North Carolina. And this campground just kind of shot out to me. And I said, Chad, we got to go try this campground out before.
Because it's halfway.
It's halfway. It is almost exactly halfway. All the way to right above Cherokee, North Carolina. 469 miles, Blue Ridge Parkway.
So when you pull off the parkway up here, now you can't right now because they're doing some bridge work.
You can still pull off right there, but you can't go any further because they're doing the bridge work.
You can't go down.
Keep going. You
Right.
can't keep going.
Okay.
There's several areas on the Blue Ridge Parkway right now, not just that one. That is the major one. They have a detour through, but they have one also in Roanoke and one above that. And there's one down near Asheville also. It's actually 4 places. So you can't run the full 469 miles. I want to, and you do too, on our motorcycles, run the 469 miles of the Blue Ridge Parkway. It only consists of the state of Virginia and North Carolina. So many articles have I seen online that add Tennessee, they add Georgia, they add West Virginia. No, Blue Ridge Parkway starts in Virginia, over half of it, and also into North Carolina. And here we are at Wild Woody's campground. She has Linda Woody, that's her name, and we're going to have a actual show. Probably won't have her up here. It's 2.5 hours away.
I'll go pick her up. If she'd come down here, I'd go get her.
Right.
We went on a ride on that.
We've interviewed her on.
Look at that.
Yeah, we've interviewed her on camera, but just didn't have the time to get this all uploaded, but we will eventually. We've had so many experiences. This is a 1921 Ford. 1921. Who's ever been in a 1921? I have never been in a 1921 ever.
Be Real, the podcast has been in that vehicle right there.
Yeah, there it is.
Took us for a ride.
We asked these gentlemen, got it finished. They restore old vehicles, and they said, yeah, we'll be glad to take you a ride. You'll sit in the back. I could barely fit in that thing. You could barely fit in it. Then I'm 6'5". This, Chad, you can speak on this right here.
Well, the majority of the car was made of wood. Think about that. The majority of the car was made of wood. And
there's a speedometer.
That's a speedometer.
On the right.
Now, it doesn't.
With the zero.
Right. It doesn't go like a clock. It spins like a top. So we're at 0, and when that thing starts going up, it rotates to the left, like spinning like a top. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen before.
Yeah. He's really
I've never
out.
seen
That
before. That was the speedometer, and he got that sucker up to
Oh, we was
What was
rolling.
that, 55, 60 at some point?
We went up a hill.
That's
just
scaring the
past
shit out of me. Like, this is a 1921 Ford.
1921. two big dudes riding in the back seat of this thing.
Made out of wood.
Oh, my gosh. Made out of basically 70% wood and some metal. And
but it was great. They
was
had
great.
this thing
we
cleaned up, tuned up, and ready to roll.
We went up the hill, I think probably got to 25, but on the way back down,
we were flying.
He let it roll.
He let it roll on the way
I was
down.
just like, whew, Chad, 1921.
Right.
This thing's over 100 years old. We're looking at a 102 years old machine that we're riding in. All original. Everything on it. Everything.
It was just great.
Yes,
awesome.
Everything on it. I love it. What else we got going, Shania? That is a gentleman that I met out there at Wild Woodies. His name is Nicky Six. He used to play for Motley Crue. I guess he still does. He's the bass player for Motley Crue. Yeah, Nicky Six. Yeah.
That looks like a younger version of me.
It does.
Right.
Man, y'all got ready. Can you back up? Yeah, there you go. Chad, that really does. I mean, I would say
if you
that
kind of look into the eyes, well, the glass, the transitional
the
bifocals.
face,
Right.
I think he drinks Bud Light.
He's having a hard time. I'm gonna tell you what, that man right there has never drank a Bud Light.
Right. That guy right there, I know, who's never drunk a Bud Light. If he did, he would have been like, man, that's some good water. Let's keep running.
Right.
But yeah.
So Woody's Campground, what it is, it's right off the Parkway, and she has a bunch of campers out back that you could rent for a night stay. Look at.
Oh,
Perfect.
my gosh.
Perfect.
Yes.
Shania, thank you.
Thank you, Shania.
Look at that.
No
now
kids.
You could rent those.
First sign at the bottom says no kids.
But that's not accurate.
No, it says more.
There was kids running all around there.
Kids love it.
You've got
dogs.
Right, there's a creek out back. You can
Yes.
just play in the creek.
If
Dogs
you
are
got
allowed.
Chihuahuas, if you got a Chihuahua or a Great Dane, you'll love this place.
Right.
Take your dogs with you.
Anything in between.
You can rent those campers. I mean, cheap. Dirt cheap.
And all she asks is that you
cheap.
keep your pets on a leash. That's
Yeah.
for safety of everything's.
Beautiful.
The Titanic. Daniel and I have spent the last weekend at the Titanic.
Yeah, this is our first experience in the Titanic.
We've always go to the Redneck.
No icebergs, but we sank it.
Yeah, it was sunk by the end of the weekend.
Right.
But look at that. That's
Beautiful.
There's the Redneck.
That's where we usually stay.
That's our flag.
Yeah, there's the flag you brought from Patrick County.
We brought that and
Brought down
planted
there.
it.
There was a whole nother family. It was grandparents, a Chihuahua, and 2 kids that stayed in that thing all weekend.
And they had some great stuff on the left-hand side of the screen. Is that the left, or will that be the right when we? No, that's always the left.
Probably
right?
left.
That's going to
yeah.
be the left.
She invited us for biscuits.
Right. That table and bench all fold up into a little compact little carrying
That's how you got
case.
to talk to her. You was like,
I was like, hey, look at that table. That's
that
something
table
great.
folded. They had the greatest time. You could hear that little girl. She had she was dancing around the ballerina.
She reminded me of Ruth Ann. She had to be about 5, 6 years old.
She was
out
young,
there,
and the boy's probably 8, 9.
barefoot, dancing to the music.
Oh my
and
gosh,
just
and loving it.
Outdoors.
Yeah.
There was no iPad around. There was no computer around.
Right.
These kids were just outside playing. But yeah, I did comment about that table. I think you could buy that in the Sears catalog back in 1962.
Really?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of considered glamping. But I don't really consider that glamping. I consider that you don't have to pack over 3/4 of what you normally pack to go to that.
I tell you what, this last time that we went, this last past weekend, I packed nothing.
Right.
I had a Walmart bag full of underwear and some socks in there, and that was about it. I said, I don't need anything.
Right.
But you could bring everything you need.
Right.
They had a nice fire pit that they brought just in case there wasn't a fire pit provided. But
I love the fire pit.
They had a tripod over the fire pit. They brought all this old good camping stuff. And you could rent these things cheap. There's electricity. There's no phone, no TV.
Now this one right here,
no computer.
Considering it's a big bed. There's also a couch in it. It don't look like it. And there's another where they put a what do you call those little beds where they just fold them out? I've stayed in it 100 times. What is it? That little bed,
a don't puke on me bed.
Don't puke on me bed.
So
it's in there
by the door.
$65 a night.
$65 a night. You could rent that place and
lights, water, heat.
Right, they got
refrigerator.
They got a bathhouse in there. They got the restrooms.
Bathhouse.
They have porta johns, but if you don't like the porta john, you could just walk up the hill and use the
there's a bathroom.
The bathroom up there,
totally redone.
Right,
we
absolutely.
talked about that. They totally redone the bathroom.
There's the Titanic again.
Yeah, that's got 2 twin beds in the back.
Two twin beds in the back. They have I believe it's a queen bed.
Yeah, in the middle.
It's a little short. It's a size of a queen width.
It's supposed to be kind of like a little booth.
I think it's a booth that they fold.
But they put a
bed.
Right.
And
then a couch
bed at the end. So
that's what
a
whole
family could.
A whole family could stay in that, have you a good time. And that was $75 a night.
That's great.
I love it.
The old Airstream there.
Sounds a little expensive, but if you can get a 2-day away, it makes it. It's like just 15, like you said earlier, 15 degrees cooler. Look at that sunset. That's a sunset. Beautiful grass. They keep it trimmed up. They got the electricity. She's always there. They got ice. They got plenty of drinks. There's a restaurant right there you can eat at, or if you 15 miles down the road, there's a town called Sparta, North Carolina. This is, again, I want to remind people, Laurel Springs, North Carolina. It's right there on the Blue Ridge Parkway, but you can go about 15 miles to Sparta. They got a food line,
and that's where we go. We go to food line. we get a couple Subway sandwiches down there. We get a couple,
provisions,
our supplies,
and
these neighbors that you have for. A night or just looking for the same thing that you're looking for. They have the same mentality as you do. They want to break from reality. They want to break from what they're dealing with, and they just go out here and have a good time, and everybody's neighborly.
Right. And I know the people that went camping know this, but the ones that haven't went camping, if you have not experienced, I've never been a camper. I've never went out on camping up until 5 years ago.
To be honest with you, Daniel, this ain't camping.
This ain't camping?
No.
To me,
camping's, you either got a tent or a hammock, and that's it.
Oh, well, we've been camping before.
So we've done that. This here is that
glamping. Glamping. This is glamping.
Trailer park camping.
But I'm telling you what, camping or glamping, I've never met the best people ever. I think there's a motorcycle community that loves people.
They got bands up here.
Yeah,
look at that.
It's up there at Wild Woodies.
Yeah, they got bands up there. But they also, besides the campers, they do have campsites for tents only.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if you don't want a camper, if you just want the campsite, the tent, they have.
Or you can get a motel room over at Freeborn's.
You can, yeah.
They got full-blown motel rooms. You can see it right there behind him on the right. They got full-blown motel rooms. I mean,
air conditioning.
If that's what you want.
Shower.
Right.
It's all there.
It's all there. But she does have air conditioning. A few of the campers, she does have heat.
Now, this was a good band. What do you remember these two? Do you remember
these guys just jam?
Yeah, but they
I
had
can't
a
remember
cool
their
name.
names.
Man.
I know. I can't remember their names. They've emailed me. They've watched the show. I love them to death.
Hopefully
these guys
they're not
are
watching
great.
now.
No, they would understand because we have met. Oh gosh, tons and numerous people. But I felt blessed enough to be able to take a picture of these two guys. They enjoy playing. They love singing, especially the one on the right there.
They played off each other very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do a great job.
Absolutely.
They've actually commented on our video. They watched us. You give them a card. Be Real the podcast, so I greatly appreciate them for checking us out.
I really
love to have them out here.
I really like their name. It was something cool, but
I can't remember.
Well, let's have them out on the show.
Yeah, let's do it. Yes, all bikers welcome.
Oh,
and so this is kind of the opposite way.
Direction.
Yeah, this is totally the opposite direction. This is up there toward the Afton Mountains where you would start to get on the Blue Ridge Parkway. This is up above Buchanan.
Now Laurel Springs, where Woody's campground.
Yeah, it's in North Carolina.
We go up the mountains, but down geographically. So we go up but down.
Up and down.
This is up and up.
This is up and up.
Yeah.
This is right off 81. This is called the Pink Cadillac. You see the Budget Inn right there, but no, the Pink Cadillac is right up above that. It's very Elvis Presley themed place to eat. A lot of people
James
go.
Dean, Marilyn Monroe, that whole time frame back there in the 50s.
Yeah, there it is. It was so packed we couldn't eat there. So I cannot show you or advertise this place as far as a good eatery. I've heard a lot of good people say a lot of good things about it, but we got up there and there was like a 45-minute wait.
Yeah. You know, my mother and I have ate there before.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never ate there.
Yeah, we ate there, and it was...
so it's me and you right there.
It was about a 5-hour and 45-minute wait to get something to eat. Wow. It's just because it's packed.
Well, we almost did that, but as you can tell, this date right here, it was hot. If we were sweating.
Right, but if you have some place that is good, they're putting out good food, they're putting out good, service, there's going to be a wait. Be patient, people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we could have done it, but we're just traveling.
I was thirsty.
This is our motorcycles. We were thirsty. I'm in the front right there. Chad's in the back, the blue motorcycle. You've seen him with the Armadillo. The Armadillo really loved that street glide.
Right.
I don't think you would have liked
I need a pet.
Dinah.
Armadillo.
You do.
I need a pet armadillo.
Pet armadillo.
Infinity Acres have fight us out to help promote. Well, not help promote, but help with their August 26th. They're having the Henry County Fair or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking about going over there and asking how much for the armadillo. I want to buy it.
You need an armadillo. We had a black snake over the weekend.
Just right over.
So where's this?
This was on the way back.
This is I always called it my whole life, 45 years on Earth in Virginia, Buchanan, but it's actually Buchanan.
Yeah,
I got straightened out by the people of Buchanan really quick.
They'll fix you.
They'll fix you up. Beautiful people, love them to death. This is on the side of the road in Buchanan, and this is their Buchanan love. We got a few love signs here in Henry County and Patrick County. If you can come out to Behart Park, we got a love sign out there. They got some love going on in here. People the Virginia tourism kind of sponsored that throughout the state. There's so many different love signs and different things.
I love it.
Yeah, right. Promoting love, and that's what it's about. Well, Virginia's for lovers. Virginia is for lovers. And so we got Buchanan love right there.
So if it was Buchanan, there would have to be an O somewhere, right?
Probably.
How would you?
I don't know. I would just, I got a sister named Shannon, so I always just thought that was Buchanan.
Or it could be Buchanan.
It's Buchanan.
But because CH is in my name, so
right?
Buchanan.
But I'll tell you something. It's something that's really got me up in that area. There is a county called Botetourt.
Botetourt.
Now, if you don't know how to say Botetourt and you look at that county, you just tell me what you would have said the name of that county was. You just look at the word Botetourt. Don't tell me how to spell it.
Not tater tot.
Oh, it's worse than that. I was just all over the place. Yeah. It's Botetourt does not look like it sounds at all.
It might be an Indian name.
Right.
There's a lot of names that were named after Indian names.
Yeah.
Especially up in the northern New York area. Mm-hmm. A lot of Indian names.
West Virginia's the same way.
Absolutely.
And, of course, I guess Virginia's got it too, but they got a school up there called Lord Botetourt.
So we're showing places that we've traveled on these bikes.
Yeah.
Motorcycles. Look at them. There's a lot of places. I don't know how
they got switched up, but anyway, this is back at Wild Woody's again.
Yeah.
And this was Girls' Night Out.
No, this is not Girls' Night Out. This is a bunch of Sportsters.
Sportsters?
They're in a Sportster club.
Split tail bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Split tail.
That's
right.
Yeah. There's a bunch of guys. I was looking for the ladies, but anyway, there's a bunch of guys riding these Sportsters in here. Nothing against Sportsters. I love them to death. There was older Sportsters. They got the older retro helmets and just
the raked out forks. If you're going to have a Sportster, at least rake it out. At least make it look like you're right.
Rake it.
Get you a big.
I got nothing against Sportsters. My son has a Sportster.
And he's done some great things to it. When he first got that thing, it kind of looked like a little sissy bike.
Kind of similar to some
but then he put on the bars,
16-inch bars. Right. Yeah, he made it fit a man, and No, we were picking. We're just definitely picking. We like our 700-pound motorcycles compared to these 400 ones. But I mean, you just got to have a good time with all the bikers. They understood it completely,
regardless of what they're made of.
Yeah, right. Regardless of who they are and what they identify as, they were good guys, and we had a good time. Yeah, they were really cool. They come on by, stopped in, I think, for a beer or two, and
drove off.
Yeah, we showed them that they had frog legs, and they disappeared.
Did we get a picture of some frog legs?
We did, brother. Look at that.
Ate them. Yeah. That was the best thing I ate all weekend.
I thought that was another picture of a Sportster, but that's actually
That looks like the front end of a Sportster.
Yeah, it does look like a front end and a back end of a Sportster.
Right.
But anyway, that's some frog legs. Man, I have not eaten frog legs since I was 15 years old.
That was good. That was probably the best thing that I ate all weekend, and we had some good food.
We were around. We always eat good. We're so grateful. We don't eat expensive, but we eat good. I'm so grateful. Something about traveling around and learning all these things. But I say back in when I was 15 years old, if anybody knows, if you're listening and you're from Henry County, you know Doc Ward. I used to hang out with Doc Ward's grandson, both of them, and we had a good time. And they would go frog gigging. Yeah, they were hunters, and I still hang out with hunters, but they were hunters. I mean, you talking about whitetail deer and just turtles and frog gigging, and I mean, they love to do that.
That was survival. You know, that was a survival mode.
And that's the last time I ate any frog legs, when I went frog gigging at 15 years old, up until this weekend, 45.
Shania, you eat frog legs?
You eat some frog legs? See? But would you do it? Would you try them? They look a little different.
They're good, though.
They are delicious. Oh, my gosh. This was made right in front of Wild Woody's. They got a truck out there. I think I got a picture of that, too. Right. Food truck. There it is. Yeah. Great man and wife. They own this. They run it. They have some live music out there, plenty of seats. They got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Very inexpensive. Deborah and I can't remember the gentleman's name.
Remember, but they've done a lot of work to help her out.
I've known them for years, and I'm sorry I can't remember their names right now. But they very great people. They've invested a lot into this, and they love enjoying it. It's right off the. There you go, Carolina Patriot. Look, $8 breakfast platter. You got 2 eggs. What does that say? Choice of meat. And hash browns and grill. You ate it.
I did eat it.
I didn't eat no breakfast.
What you got? Hash browns. I got eggs.
You was chowing down. I mean, that was like
I needed to eat.
Right.
But for $8, you couldn't beat that.
No.
For the time that we had there was just great.
Yes.
It was just a good time.
Woke up Saturday morning, eat there. Woke up Sunday morning, you eat there. It was. I was staring at it.
That's at the
man. You had a whole plate of.
I had 2 plates. Thank you.
I know, but you had a whole plate of just. I had hash browns.
I had a plate of eggs and bacon.
Yeah, but there was a whole plate of hash browns.
And then there was another plate over here with hash browns.
I mean, the whole plate was covered in hash browns.
It says breakfast platter for $8, but it was 2 plates of food for $8. It was really great.
I was looking at those hash browns going, because I'm a Waffle House fan.
Well, maybe I should have ate something.
And I have never seen a plate like that. Waffle House don't produce no hash browns like that. I'm a hash brown freak.
But this is available. We just talked about a place to stay for, under $70, under $100 for that matter, if you just want to throw that number out there. Mm-hmm. Breakfast platter for $8. You could go up to this beautiful place, especially in the summertime. It's real cool. Yeah. We talked about it. It's about 15, 17 degrees cooler up there at all times.
Yes.
Fresh air, fresh water.
I got some creek pictures here, I believe.
Look at that. Yeah. That's right behind the place.
This was, you didn't even have to walk from here to.
It's right behind your camper.
Yeah. If you're at Arby's, you walk across the 4-lane highway.
And there you go.
Yeah. If you're at Arby's, and you know where Arby's is in Martinsville because they only got one Arby's. You go across 4 lanes, and that's what you got right there.
And that water, everybody, is coming
first time I've ever been there.
Of the mountain.
Look at that. Who dat?
Hey.
Who dat?
Someone's washing his ass. Someone's in that creek watching.
That's some cool mountain water right there.
That is not just cool. That is cold. That is coming right out the mountain. Man.
Right.
That is.
What'd you say? 3 balls?
Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm on 3 balls. That sucker disappeared. Chad, he disappeared. He was. We're getting off the track here. So anyway, we got some more pictures.
Yeah. Keep there we are.
All right, Daniel
sitting
decided
in the creek.
to join me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Washed a little hair back there.
Right.
You got it when it's 85 degree. Well, up in the mountains,
it was still up there.
It was still hot.
It was still up there
but it wasn't humid.
It wasn't humid. It was still up there.
No humidity at all.
The sun was still shining.
Yeah, I'm burnt. I'm red crispy.
That creek just felt like $1 million.
Oh man, you went out there and you was like, okay, Daniel, and I was like, oh boy, let's do it.
Here we go.
Let's rock.
That was cold water.
Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, on the way back, there you go. You see, welcome to North Carolina. That's just below Independence, Virginia. Easy to get there.
The line.
We know where 58 is. If you're living in Henry County, Patrick County, 58, it runs right through us all the way. You can travel 58, go up the mountain. They're working on it. Head up into Carroll County, boom, Grayson County and Independence, and you take a left right there. I think it's, is it 18 or 21?
I think it's
18.
18, you're right.
And now it's 21.
That's the Dan River through there, right?
No, it's not. New River.
No,
New River.
I think the New River's farther beyond. Remember, we crossed the big bridge?
Right there is the New River.
Is that the New River?
Yeah, New River's right there on 21.
Really?
Yeah. Not where we were sitting, but just right there at the county line. You kind of follow the river, it goes all the way down. I believe it's 21, and then when you get into Sparta, 18 takes you out to Laurel Springs. I thought the Dan
River went into New River.
No, Dan River goes down actually to Danbury and then shoots across down to over there it goes kind of southeast.
Okay.
New River goes over this way.
So we must have passed it a couple times then.
Yeah. Oh, we went over it a bunch of times. You go on 58 New River. I wish we had that picture of you riding with the motorcycle. I got a picture of him with that American flag that you saw on another camper going across the New River Bridge, which is going on 58. Great. Oh, my gosh. I love traveling right through there to go to Grayson or Independence.
Hey, Daniel.
Great. I think we're done.
That's a show.
That's a whole show.
I don't think we talked about anything.
No.
But I do think we talked a little bit about brotherhood. I thought we talked about what we did when we go out. We go and talk to people. We just listen to people. We go and invention
motorcycles.
Just good friendship, and I think that's why people ride motorcycles. So
I know it is.
So this is a show about something and a show about nothing.
There you go. Anything else about motorcycles you'd like to say? Besides bringing us all together?
Well, talking about motorcycles, over the weekend while we were gone, we had a friend that lost his son on a motorcycle. Ronnie Owens and Jessica Owens lost their
Patrick County.
Lost their middle son, Douglas. I taught him and I coached him in football for 3 years, and he was a bright young man. But he was out doing the things he loved, and everybody riding motorcycles, and everybody in that family know that. They know that if we're gonna go, at least let us go with doing something we love.
Amen.
And
20 years old, that's just too young, man.
That's too young, and I can't even imagine what both my friend Rodney and Jessica are going through.
Can't either.
But Douglas. We love you. It's for you. We're going to do a little memorial for you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Y'all enjoy it. Love you, man. Number 3.
All right.
Number 3, hosts. We'll be back.
Y'all be real and come on back.
Be real.